Robert Henderson Jr. Show, featuring Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner and president of the Henderson Financial Group. Understanding money. It's all about the money. Understanding money.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, South Florida. Hello, world. This is Robert Henderson Jr., certified financial planner, certified tax coach, and joining me live here in the beautiful studios of the Henderson Financial Group is my sister-in-law, business partner, vice president of the Henderson Financial Group, Lynda V. Harris. Lynda, how you doing?
Happy New Year!
Yes.
I'm doing fantastic. Because I couldn't go anywhere New Year's Eve, I would have had a choice of at least minimum 3 hot parties. I would have had an opportunity to wear my sequins.
You could have went, you know.
I would have, no, well,
went.
I'm being responsible. Robert, come on now.
You say you couldn't go. You could have went. You made a choice. A good choice.
Chose not to go because of the pandemic, of course. So I said, Lynda, why not wear your sequins top?
Oh, okay.
This is my opportunity to wear my sequins top. I haven't had much chance to dress up this year, to put on lipstick, to put on rings.
So you're gonna wear at 8 o'clock Saturday morning. That's
Absolutely.
Good. You do your thing, girl.
Absolutely.
And
I
like
always have.
Like the earrings, the match.
That's right. That's
All right. That's
So
right. You do your thing.
I feel good. I'm excited about this year. A lot of things have happened. A lot of things have changed, but good too. Good things too.
2021.
Woo! Yeah. I'm loving it though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It took me a while. I mean, I had, I was born in 1958, so I'm dating myself. I'm 62 years old. So I was used to most of my life saying 1919 this, 1970, 1980, 1990, 1990. Now I'm getting used to it. It's been 20 years, and it's 20, year 20, year 2020, now year 2021. Time is really flying. It really, really doesn't wait for anyone, And then let's have a conversation going into this new year.
Okay.
As I was thinking over the last few days and reflecting, because I think it's very important to reflect, don't you?
Absolutely. You better believe it.
I mean, because when you reflect, you look at how far you've come. You look at some of the trials and tribulations that all of us have had somewhere. I mean, whether it's, your family members or, the car or the house, or it's always something. I don't care how much money you make. It's always something. I don't care if you're a billionaire. There's always something going on,
Yeah.
A lot of people think they can make enough money or earn enough money where there's no more problems. That's just not reality,
Goodness, no.
I mean, all of a sudden you need a root canal, or a wisdom tooth is coming.
Get somebody bail money, or somebody not acting right.
Or you get up and all of a sudden you get a twitch in your back. And you're like, how did that happen,
Absolutely.
Or something went wrong with your software.
Somebody
want to
sue you at one of your buildings.
Yeah. But it's always something, doesn't matter how much money. So money just don't get rid of problems, Money just gives you choices. And as I was reflecting on my life and how I got here, where I am right now, and we know that, my choices and what I was thinking. Because what you think and the choices you make is a result of where you are at any given point in time. At any given point in time, you are the thinker that think the thoughts. And when you reflect and say, how did I get here? How did this happen? And you can always reflect back like you're rolling, like you're the producer. Because all of us really are the producer of our life. We're the directors of our lives, I see you writing something as I'm talking.
I'm sorry.
So I don't know if you're listening, because I don't know how you could be. You're listening and you're also writing into a sentence. So that's distracting.
I apologize.
And you don't have to take notes because I'm talking to you. And the way I'm talking to you is pretty simple, right? So you writing, so that means that you're really not listening to me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so let's start. Okay, you don't have to do that, but you don't have to write as I'm talking to you. All right. And what was I saying? See how you see? That's not good to start the new year off. That's already confusing.
We
and
gotta
it's chaos.
do better.
Yes.
We're gonna do
well,
better.
I'm started talking and you just start and you started writing. But okay, anyway, as I was saying, I just said I wanted to have a conversation.
So
no, but I said, listen, let's have a conversation, right?
Yes, you did, and you were reflecting back.
Right.
Okay.
So let's go. Also, so like I said, wherever you are right now, when I was thinking about how did I get here, and, I was thinking about this whole educational system and what I've learned and my mentors and teachers, And Lynda, when I think back, you know, from being 6 years old to 18 years old, that was 12 years. And when you're 6 years old, you're in the first grade. And I was saying, from the 12 years, from the first grade to the 12th grade,
Okay.
18 years old, I didn't learn a whole lot. I really, really didn't learn a whole lot
About life?
about how life works,
Okay.
about a whole lot of things. Because when you're in the first grade, then you start getting these lessons. You got to learn your ABCs and your numbers and that kind of stuff. I was just going through the motion, but I wasn't really thinking.
Your critical thinking wasn't
No.
a big part of the curriculum.
I was just doing what I was told.
The way capital moves wasn't a big part of the curriculum.
Well, I mean, at 6 years old, you probably don't. That's probably not interesting, or they don't teach you that, which they should. But I was just going along with it. And you think about it, Lynda, 12 years is not enough to learn. And after, what I mean by the time I got to the 12th grade, that's only 12 years of studying something. And then a lot of us, after the 12th grade, we graduate high school, a lot of us didn't go off to college. And the ones that did go off to college, after 12 years of being in the cattle kind of speak, do this, go here, go to that class, here's your report card, trying to, find out, just discover what is life and what's going on, what crowd to hang out with, And then you go 4 year to college, and that's still a woof, because then you get into college, you want to have fun, you meet different people from all walks of life, you learn how to drink and
you get in your cliques.
you get in your cliques and all that kind of stuff. And next thing you know, when you go to college, mainly college is for getting a job. It really, really, really is.
You declare your major. And you study in that industry and you go get a job.
But during that time, there is not a whole lot of time for critical thinking, to reflect on how the world works.
Okay.
What's a good career?
Okay.
It's kind of hard to find your spark.
Okay.
You know what I mean by spark? your passion, or what is it you like to do? Because so far you've been tested, you've been told what to do, and you haven't had a whole lot of conversation, And when I reflect back, I said, man, that's for a lot of us, that's true. And let me tell you something. By the time I was after 18 years old, and in 1920, I had a son.
Ooh, so now you don't know nothing, and you bring somebody in the world.
Yes.
That happens a lot.
I had a son. I didn't really know what was going on, but one thing I did know, I said, okay, I gotta do something better,
Okay.
And I really started, by the time I was working at CBS Channel 4 as graphic designer, and I had a son. And having a son, I think the reason why I said, okay, let me try to figure this thing out, is because I grew up without a father, and I didn't want to abandon my son or ignore him because of that,
So that was a catalyst for you to get it together.
Yes. I wanted to provide something, But today, you think about today, the same system is in place.
That's true.
I think that our educational system in the country, probably all over the world, the educational system really doesn't teach you how to be an entrepreneur or how to be prosperous.
I'm going to throw something out at you. That's not what it's meant to do.
What do you mean?
It's meant to...
Teaching, learning?
It's meant to instill discipline, make sure that you get a grasp of routine and how to be responsible and how to be a good human being on this planet, how to get along with others, whether you got to get up, get dressed, ride the bus with people, just not act barbaric, go there, listen, learn. That part of your life, it wasn't meant to teach those things. Some things you should learn at home from your parents. Some things you should learn, maybe your peers, just peer-to-peer interaction. So the educational system has its limitations, as it should.
Well, it's called education. I mean, you do study aligned, fabricated world history.
Yeah.
Those was lies.
Yeah.
We're now starting to find out that those were, just
It
very
teaches you how to
lies.
read and do mathematics. What are some other subjects? A long time I've been in school. What's some of the subjects? History, math, science, how things
social
work.
studies.
Yeah.
But it wasn't
political
really
science.
But those are the basics. Those don't teach you, and we all learn the same. In other words, we're all given the same canned goods, the same TV dinners. They give us the same
Yeah, we
curriculum,
do.
and then they test us.
Yeah. And you're more creative,
Yes.
and so that didn't really.
No.
Yeah.
No, the educational system just did not gel with me.
Gotcha.
Because it
Gotcha.
it wasn't critical thinking. You know, it didn't ask a lot of questions. It basically told you, you know,
It didn't allow you to figure it out.
well, it didn't allow you to explore.
Okay.
Explore.
Okay.
And I look at myself as an explorer.
Okay.
And I'm still exploring right now.
Yeah.
Even at 62, I still ask a lot of questions. I ask why, and then I research to figure it out. You know, I mean, I really, really do. You know, as a matter of fact, I was just reading how, you know, when the pandemic hit, you know, it was over, you know, 30 million people that were unemployed. And then right now, you know, even though a lot of them have come back, but you got 12 to 15 million people that still are unemployed and doesn't have anything. And I thought about, what does that really mean when you say, because out of 320 million people in the country, when you say, you know, 12 to 15 million people are unemployed, to get a visual of that, because I'm a visual person, that's like looking at you ever at home or went to a ball game and there's 70,000 people in the stands of a football game. Let's say the Miami Dolphins, let's say. And you look at the Dolphins stadium and
I think it seats 80,000 or something like that.
But when you look at that, you know, when you start talking about 12 or 15 million people, to get a visual of that, really, what is that really like? When you look at the stands and it's full, there's 70, 80 million people in the stand. In order to come close to looking at, just actually realizing how many people are out of work and unemployment, all 70, 80 million of those people, but not just that one stadium. What if you had 10 of those stadiums?
Absolutely.
And all those people,
So
10
80,000
stadiums.
times 10.
That's only 800,000. But what if you had 100 of those stadiums? All those people, 140, 150 stadiums.
It's a lot of people.
A lot of people that all those people not working. Now you start to say, wow, you know, and really, the reason why I started talking like this is because, and I wanted to have a conversation is because, really, when you look at 12 years of studying something like from first grade to the 12th grade, a lot of people didn't go to college, and the ones that did go to college, they just picked a major and they changed it 3 times, 4 times, you know, and then when they get out, they still trying to get a job from somebody. That's why it's so many people that are poor, people who live in paycheck to paycheck, because 12 years is not a long time to learn anything, to call yourself an expert. I mean, look how long we've been in the financial services business and we continually learning. I mean, I've been doing this over 30 years, and it's like new all the time. It's not boring. All the time I have to keep my knife sharpened. All the time I have to study. So 12 years of just formal education, or even you want to put another 4 years, that's still not enough to really find your spark or really get your groove on when you really think about it. So what I'm saying is that no wonder 95% of people are not rich or not wealthy. And then the educational system is geared toward not helping you to become rich. If you look at the people who started Facebook, even Stephen Jobs, a lot of them, they didn't go to college. They went to college, Stanford, Harvard. They went, but they didn't even complete it. They went because they was trying to learn something that they needed in order to help them with their goals and objectives, not just to get a document. Because when you get that document, now you have to, what can you do with that document? Whether it's a bachelor's, master's, PhD, what can you do? You have to take it before someone and get permission to work for them. Get permission to work for them. A lot of entrepreneurs, like people like Facebook and and Jeff Bezos, a lot of them, they don't have. And I'm not knocking education. What I'm saying, I'm really talking about thinking and finding what do you need to do in order to enhance your life, in order to really grow. Because at young age, when I was 20, 21 years old, and I didn't know nothing, and I had a son, and I remember I had 2 choices. I said, okay, go and get a trade, learn something. Real estate, I knew I didn't have to wait 4 years to get a real estate license. And I could start learning that and being active and bringing some money. Either I had to do that, or I had to say, I'm going to go to school and get a 4-year degree and work for somebody. 4 years to go to school before I can make money so I can help the little kid and feed my son, right?
Okay.
But I said, no, let me get a trade and let me going to service and helping someone. Do you know 1979 was when I first got my first professional license. Do you know I still have that license? Do you know I still use it right now? Do you know I still make a lot of money every year off that 1979 decision that I made to not, and you can't even get fired having a real estate license. Can you believe that?
I do.
You can get
I
fired
can, and I
having a
do.
degree and working for someone, and they can lay you off. And when you start that path, you've given up control of your destiny. Does that make sense?
Yes, makes a lot of sense.
All right, I just
Makes a
started
lot
off.
of sense.
Why don't, first of all, let's say hello to Happy New Year and hello to June. There go Miss Redhead. Our crew is back here. All right, I'm glad to see y'all back with us, Dorothy. And we got Jarvis and we got Erica Owens. Who else we got? I'm going to read them down.
Okay.
You read them down. Calling
Miss
you all
Crumb,
my
I
children.
know.
Calling you all my children.
June, Erica Owens, how you doing? Miss Preston, how are you? Curtis Kegler, good morning, family. Appreciate you.
Tessany Denise Ward. All right.
Hey, Devaney, good morning. Doretha, how you doing? Brenda Brown, good morning to you. Y'all like my top? I just had to wear it.
You had to say
Larry
it for the
Rivers,
girls, yeah.
Tracy Tompkins, how you doing? Tracy Cabinets, how are you? Terry Green.
My cousin Terry, all the way from Ohio.
Hey, cousin Terry.
Dottie.
Hey, Dottie, Miss Dottie.
There go Lynette.
Lynette, good morning to you.
Beautiful people. Hey, I'm glad you guys
You know
are
what
back
I'm
with
going to
us.
make sure I do, and I'd like to share with the women. Last time we were here, I was like, okay, we're going to swear in Sister Kamala.
Well, since you talking, since you was writing when I was talking, you don't mind if I have some tea, right?
Not at all.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't let me bother you sipping my tea. Go ahead.
You know, this, again, if nothing else, timing is everything. And ladies, let me tell you, this is the year of the woman. It always has been, but sometimes timing and things highlight things. So again, I need you for 2021, actually every time, but now more than ever, we got to get it together. You know what I noticed too, Rob, and a lot of people fall victim to? Sometimes folks just won't let you change. They just won't let you change. Remember, for a long time, I didn't know how to cook. And everybody just knew I didn't know how to cook. And everybody knew, Lynda,
Forever.
the best thing. And I used to actually contribute to that and say the best thing I make is reservations.
You did for 30 years.
For a long time. But now this pandemic, I got a cookbook. I was given a cookbook, and I know how to cook. And now people are shocked, and they all know you don't. Let me change. Yes, I do.
Well, you got to
I
show
know
them.
how to cook now.
I mean,
I done threw down.
You got to show
shrimp
them.
and grits.
You got to
I
show them.
mean, I do it. No more reservations. Everybody, what I'm saying is don't let people peg you. No, you're not going to go get your makeup done, your mani, your pedi, your lashes. We got to get our house in order financially. Go ahead. If the girl, you're not going to get your nail. No, let me change. It's okay. Don't do that. And a lot of you take your daughters with you. They growing up getting $200 hair, the Remy Virgin and the nails. I'm not saying don't look cute, but every day when you know your financial house is not where it should be,
The same system is being
the
just
same
repeated.
system. You used to also say to me, Lynda, yeah, you run, you work out. I can't wait to see how you're gonna look when you're 80. And see if you still
almost
gonna
there.
be lifting weights.
You almost
This is what
there.
you say
I mean-
to me. I am not. And yes, COVID, I've gained a little weight, but let me change. Let me change. It's okay. I no longer feel pressure to continue running. I may look a certain age, but the body says something different, and it's okay.
But
gain a little weight. Let me change.
But for men, the problem is men when they marry or they first start dating, and basically when they marry, men in our hearts, we think women not going to change. We think the way we got y'all, that's how it's always going to be forever. And you all really think that y'all could change us.
Yes.
When y'all get us, we might not be perfect. Y'all think y'all can, straighten out our jagged edges.
true.
And y'all spend a lifetime trying to change us.
Yeah.
Y'all spend. And in men, we think y'all not gonna change. Oh God, y'all change. Like you changed quite a bit.
Absolutely.
You've changed quite a bit. Not just in size, but also in mind.
Whoa.
No. Well, I'm saying.
Stop talking,
You said,
Rob.
Well, you said physical. I mean, we just think that you all not going to change. And look, you're cooking.
Yes, I am.
You're starting to cook now.
I am.
You have changed.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times, we say, oh my God. Like I tell your sister all the time, oh my God, I think about the good old days when you were just nice and just talking, just quiet or whatever. Now she just can't be quiet now. She just blah, 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 blah. And I'm just saying, oh Lord, just let her, look at her go. I remember when she didn't do all that talking.
Changed.
I know. So that's why I'm not getting rid of her. I'm not leaving because I know that it's just a circle of life. But you all, oh my God, y'all changed.
And sometimes people, it affects your finances because there's such a thing as adult peer pressure. You're not going out with us, girl. I know you're going on this trip. You're not going out for girls' night. If you know that you are serious about your finances and you got to get it together, and let's face it, a lot of people do. It's okay to say, no, I'm not going, girl. That's the old me. I have changed. Let me change. You can't, some people expect you to have a car that's no more than 2 or 3 years old. Go ahead and drive. I drove my car with 200,000 miles. So I've been known for just keeping my car.
Yeah, that's part of your,
That's part.
Me
but
too,
a lot of people, it's very important to put on this image of a new luxury car. Kill it. Change. Sometimes people just don't let you change, Robert, and it gets in the way of you getting your financial house in order. So this is the year of the woman. Change. Again, you may have to change some people, but tell people, let me change. It's okay. I don't do the things I used to do. I am on a mission. I am focused. By this time next year, I will be different financially as well.
Yeah.
So, it's okay, ladies.
Well, the people that don't, and a lot of ladies try to keep it up because I remember, I remember, I think it was 1990s. It was the 1990s.
Okay.
And you running and squats and sit-ups, 1,000 of them and all that. And I say, I said, Lynda, you doing that. You're going to have to keep that up until you're 80 years old because people are going to say, well, look at her.
I know.
She's
she
changed.
fell off.
Yeah,
look at her. Yeah.
Remember I said that? I said, so you need to ease back up. So you're trying to be an Olympic person all this time. They're going to really judge
I still
you.
try. But it's okay.
But
we change. But people, you're right. People have expectations.
Yes.
They hold you to it.
Yes.
I've aged out of certain fashions.
Yeah.
I used to go and dress like
Oh,
that.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now, and now, the hemlines have dropped. The cleavage has been lifted up.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay. People tend to, oh, girl, you're not getting this. You'll look good in that. No, I won't.
Yeah.
I'm of a certain age.
Because,
and no, I won't.
Because
women, it's okay.
Women really, really tell lies to each other. They really do. Oh, yeah. You could have on a suit that make you look like a pea, make you look like a what they call a turnip green or something, or sweet pea. You can have an outfit on, and your friend will say, "Oh, you look good."
Not my friend.
No, you don't look good in that.
I know.
Women are cruelly.
Yeah, women can be cruel,
I think
especially to each other.
I think men are far more better friends for women to women. Even though women like to do this girl, waiting to exhale, let's have a girls, and how you love to do it. Man, shoot. Women.
Well, not my friends, but you're right. We can be very, very
You
cruel
don't think
to
your
each other.
friends.
Oh, my goodness.
A
Well,
female
I
is a
hope
female. Anyway, I think I really get along with women. I really do. And I know that's because of I was raised with all women, actually. From my mother to my
Do you
aunts.
think that women sometimes stand in the way of their friends getting their financial house in order because of that pressure to buy this purse, to get
Y'all
the hair?
do.
I mean,
Y'all do.
I can count
Y'all judge
down and
each
look
other.
at women's cash flow sheet, and I can find about sometimes $400 to $700 in junk and mess. And you need that money for something else. So that's why Jasmine and I, once a month, we're going to just start an initiative, and we're going to have a Zoom call. And, the questions that she and I and her and Charles talk about on their show, what if we just actually drill down on it a little more and actually have people ask the questions they want to ask? Like 1 month we may do budgeting. What is that? Like, yeah, we talk about it. It's a word, but people really have questions that they like to expand on. The next month, debt. Getting it under control. I need you to know the interest rate of every one of your debts. The next month, credit. How do you get the good credit? Let's get an expert on. Let's have these conversations because we're doing it here. We're teaching our young people. I want you to grab, niece. I don't have children, but my nieces, while they're going through this journey, let's bring others along. Each one teach one, reach one.
But you always like to say women, women, women. I always say that I think women are very cruel to each other indirectly, even though I know that women are very powerful.
But the women I know
okay,
are not.
okay.
And we work well with each other. And I don't want to keep that myth going.
I'm not going to say anything about the women you know, but I'm just saying in general, okay? And whatever secret you give to the women you know, it ain't no secret. You know that, right? If you think you got a girlfriend, you telling her something, if it's really hot and good, it's impossible for her to just keep your secret.
I agree.
You agree with that?
I agree.
Okay, so all that talking about the women I know, listen. First of all, women, you all really keep each other head just combobulated. Listen, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to paint a broad picture, but look at the purses. Y'all one up on each other person. Men, we don't care about a purse. Matter of fact, we don't want y'all buying them $500 purses. We don't care about a purse.
Well, like
a man, listen, a man will get a chick from Burger King drive-through if she look good and present herself, whatever.
There is a large segment that do that.
And listen,
I know it's not me or nobody.
No,
I
but listen,
nobody
but Lynda, all of y'all, listen.
A lot of people.
All of y'all compare. Let me tell you something. When I started dating your sister Natalie, we've been together 36 years. I was so glad she didn't hang around a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Because what was bad enough when I came around, it was 5 girls and 2 boys.
Right.
But when I came around, since I knew you all, most of the time when a man come and he's date a girl, a lady, he has to compete. He has to be approved not only by her,
right,
but her girlfriend.
You're right. This is true.
See there?
It's not right. It's true. I got to give it
And y'all
up.
do that. The guy come and he might be a little overweight and whatever, and y'all say, Lynda, he's overweight. Or you all really like to, if you got a man and your friend doesn't have a man, y'all make y'all friend feel like dog doo-doo. Because y'all like, I got him, and then y'all go brag back to your single friend, female, y'all go brag to her.
I've seen that.
That's right.
We went out here. Girl, he bought me flowers.
Yeah.
Girl, he took me.
All that. All that while you just giving
say.
her excruciating inside pain because people look at you and they reflect on their lives.
This is
girlfriend. True. Okay. And then y'all say, y'all got a man. And then
my husband.
You know how many women through me and Natalie's marriage, 36 years, and she'll meet someone at the gym or whatever. They may be single. They will try to get Natalie to go off on a singles bar. They try to do that, to get her going on a singles bar. Natalie's smart enough.
Singles bar, just go have a cocktail. There's no singles bar.
Natalie's smarter than that. You know why she was smarter than that?
Why?
Because if she started doing all that, she don't want me to start doing it. So she was smart. But you all women, how you all the women, let me tell you something. If I was a woman, I would have me a male friend, especially if I'm not married. I would have me male friends because a male will tell you the truth. Y'all women, all that's a lot of fraud. Because if it wasn't, the world would be a better place.
So I'm sitting here talking about.
I want to talk about
good.
You want to
start
talking
about
you want to
how
start
we
me
can
all this
start
women. Man,
and
I just told you.
And your response to what I just said in my initiative, and I'm excited, is to say how awful women are.
I'm not saying how awful. My mother's a woman.
Well, no, you're not painting a broad.
My wife is a woman.
We're breaking that.
Most
pattern.
of my clients are women. Now go ahead.
Again, once a month, because I know if we're talking about it, we just want to share the conversation. And so we're going to be, you'll be hearing more about it. Like I said, budget, credit. We talk about it on the show, but let's have a round table. Let's drill down. And I'm going to challenge you. To get it together. We often say after you listen to our show, we're breaking down the excuses, no more excuses. Now we're inviting you in. We can't have the workshops because of COVID. We can't say come in. We have a second floor where we would have people come, but we can certainly do a Zoom call. And we can challenge you every single month on each one of these topics: income, investment accounts, rebalancing your portfolio and investments, purchase property, developing. Jasmine and Charles are going to talk about it. It's no more excuses, Robert. Protection of your income, of your like disability, things we talk about on the show. We're going to have a workshop about it.
So are you saying just for women?
No, I'm not saying just for
women. Oh,
women.
I'm thinking you saying you
am
just going to do this for women.
What I'm saying is I'm talking to my women. But it's not just for women.
But men, I want y'all here. She says
It's not just
she
for
talking
women.
to y'all too, man.
I really am.
Right? Well, you know, I've always been against when you just
Say good job, Lynda.
because it's
Just
like
say it's
when,
good. Oh.
But Lynda, let me tell you something. I really, really have this problem, and you know I do. When you just leave the other human
I
out.
am not just
When
because
you
I say I'm pro-AIDS doesn't mean I'm against cancer.
No. But when you say
Can't I just focus on my women without you saying I'm mutually excluding the men? I'm not.
well, I got a lot of men clients too.
Let's invite them in.
So all of that, like the good program that we're gonna talk about today,
okay.
that's for men, woman, black,
Yes, it
white,
is. Yes, it
young
is.
child. And I'm not just talking about for men. So you like say so it gets me when you because we're all in this together, and I don't like to be excluded when it comes to knowledge,
You really
understanding.
have an issue
Because
about me uplifting. It sounds like you don't want me to uplift women.
No, listen.
That's
to me.
what it sounds. It sounds like every time
Let's
I
get to the
try-
root of this. Let's get to the root
Let's
of
do
this.
it.
Let's get to the root of
Let's
this.
do it.
Why does Robert feel some sort of way when you say that? Because right now, when I hear that, my soul hears that. It seems like a door is closed on understanding and knowledge. Listen to me. When my soul hears that, it seems like me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't belong. It's not for me. Listen to me. This is me. Maybe I need therapy.
No, I'm
Okay.
listening.
But when I hear this is for women, when it comes to education and understanding and growth and wealth and prosperity, I don't want to be shut out of that crowd. I want to say, listen, because I'm just letting you know what it does to my soul. It's no different. Right now, you're saying women, but in life, I've heard Jews. I've heard different Presbyterian or Jehovah Witness or listen or Hispanic only. You know, I've heard that, and I've never, when it comes to getting knowledge, I want it to be free for all those who have an ear to hear and who wants it. I don't want to be excluded. I don't want to say not me, that's not for me. If you're going to teach something about something that's going to help me for my good, I want to know that I could flow in there. I don't want to say, oh, that's not for me because I'm black. I don't want that, because the world is so segmented out and compartmentalized. When it comes to me taking care of me, myself, and I, and my soul, and my wealth, and my understanding and unfolding, I want it to be free, and I want it to be able to have a choice. And anytime I hear you just exclusive, hey, wait, the door is shut on me because I am not a female. Go ahead. I'm just telling you, that's why I've always screamed when that happens.
How about if again, men are invited. I want it to be, like June Daney says, all inclusive.
Yes.
With a specific focus on our young girls and our women. Is that okay?
Okay, listen.
Does that hurt your soul?
Well, if I'm a young boy, if I'm
Lord,
young, then I can't go. Listen, Lynda, listen.
Everybody's
don't get me wrong.
included, but I really am. I like to zoom in on the focus, because there's so many issues for our young girls and women, and it'll help their
But
life
you can
to
say
get
that.
it together.
But Lynda, you can say there's so many issues for black men.
And we can do something for that too.
But
We can
listen,
but that
we're
doesn't
not-
mean we can't focus on one.
First of all, I don't
segment.
want you to get this confused with there are female products and there's female and there's certain things for females. But I don't know no restaurant that says here is a restaurant for women only. I don't know no gas station that says here is a gas station for women only. I don't know of them.
We
I don't
cannot
know.
take this into 2021.
Okay, so you
so
just so
all inclusive.
yes. When it comes to education and learning, prosperity.
Once a month, my team and I, Jasmine and I, will be doing these monthly topics, almost like a workshop. Since we can't meet in person, you will have no more excuses. We will drill down, and as we're all going through this process
like that.
together, real life things. Because in 2021, you cannot come out on the other end the same way that you started today. Is that okay?
Yeah, I like
Let's
that better.
do it. I'm so excited. You'll be hearing more about it.
I like that better.
All
Okay.
right,
All
all
right.
right.
Now, okay, let's say who we have here. Ronnie Gerbis. Miss Gerbis, how you doing, Miss Gerbis? Hey, Miss Gerbis, we're trying to reach you. So after the show, after the 11:30 show, the 10:30 and 11:30, James T and I are going to do the part 2 of Understanding Money. I want you to give us a call. I need to talk to you, okay, Miss
I
Gerbis?
bet you James T agree with me.
Agree with you? No, I know he don't. I know he agrees with me.
Okay.
He's my brother from another mother.
Okay.
He knows in terms of how the universal law works.
Okay.
You shocked that I said that?
No.
Frankie might agree with you because y'all women stick together.
Okay.
But Frankie knows the truth. She's been hanging around James long enough. When I say inclusion in terms of growth, wealth, I think she'll be on my side too, honestly. But anyway, let's
agree, but we're not going to talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's talk
All
about
right,
this
Tracy
good.
says, each one teach one, male or female. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, because we all bleed. Okay? Ain't no dead for the woman dead. Is men dead. When you dead, you're dead. When you're alive, you're alive. When you broke, you broke. Ain't no broke. More women are broke than men. You broke, you broke. When you're wealthy, you're wealthy. That's it. Okay, listen.
Make sure you hit the share button.
All right.
For those of you listening.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
The topic that I want to talk about, and before I forget, I'm so happy, and a lot of people didn't know about this. In March 27 of 2020, last year, in that CARES Act, part of that CARES Act said that employers can pay off $5,250 of student debt, tax-free. So I want you all to ask your employer, call your HR department on Monday and say, are you all a part of the CARES Act that allows employers to actually contribute up to $5,250 for
the
employee's student
and it's
debt.
tax deductible.
It's tax deductible to an employer,
right.
But it's not taxable. It won't be included as they got income because the employer will pay it directly to the college.
Love it.
And a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, that's what I'm saying too, man. That's what I mean about in terms of education. Because listen, here it is. I've been in the financial service for 37 years. I still don't know everything. I still continue to shop. And so when you go to school from for 12 years, how heck do you supposed to really know something and understand something? Especially if you don't have parents that are well educated, or financially astute that can hand it down to you. So right now, these stories, these conversations that we're having, a lot of people are getting them for the first time, Lynda.
Okay.
And so when I was reflecting, I was telling you earlier how I look at myself, how did I wind up here? And it was because I was very inquisitive and I kept trying to best myself. And even today now, the educational system fails us. You have got to take control. You can't just take your child and say, okay, first grade, 12th grade, now they're getting ready to go off to college. When they got to college, they ain't going to know nothing. They're going to have student debt, and they still not going to know the way the world works. It's important that you understand the way the world works, and you got to do that on your own. You know that, right?
I was just going to say, so you got the educational system, the traditional, and then you get educated at home and through aunties and uncles and mom and dad and surroundings and environment and nature versus nurture. That's a whole separate.
But you got to read. I was
just gotta read. Yeah.
Listen, Warren Buffett, the second richest man in the world, well, in the United States. Well, this guy say he reads from 4 to 5 hours a day. He say he do more reading than anything. He read a lot of autobiographies that tells how this person did it. How I'm gonna tell you something. I noticed the more I read, the richer I got. And what I mean by reading, learning, that's real college.
Absolutely.
That's real learning how to think. How did they do it? And most people came from nothing. And they built up and they had that discipline. So you too, because a lot of times we think that, okay, from the first grade to the 12th grade, college, now we get a job and it's it for us. And that's not true. You have got to continue to
when life
learn.
Starts after you leave school. Some of you guys may want to stay in school. Like, please, I'm not ready for real life. It's another game. It's another educational system for sure.
Okay, look at James. See, James and Frankie. Okay, so I want to start off this year. We started talking about this GOOD program. Good stands for Get Out of Debt. Now let's have a conversation about that.
Okay.
I want to really think about that.
Okay.
And why are people in debt? Why are people really spending more than they have?
I know.
And that right
Year
there.
after year after year. Yeah.
But that's a cultivated, that's a habitual thing also. That's a learned concept to spend more than
now
you
that's
have.
an education you get at home. Every time you hear your mom or dad say, "Wait till I get paid," that's teaching you an earn and spend mentality.
That's right.
Oh, mama, I want this. Wait till I get paid. Wait till I get paid. It shouldn't be like that.
No, but it is subliminal.
But it is.
People say, when I get paid, I'll buy you this.
Absolutely.
When I get paid, we'll do this.
Earn and spend.
A
Earn
lot
and
of
spend,
people
yeah.
who living from paycheck to paycheck, they teach that, and it's a cultural thing to their children.
I agree.
And when they saying that I'm broke,
Oh,
That
that's
is-
another one. Yeah.
that goes into your mind. I'm broke.
Absolutely.
I'm broke. So many people say I'm broke. When you say you broke, the universe will make sure you stay broke. Something will come up. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The genie, that universe, you know?
Yeah.
So this whole thing about debt, let's talk about it.
Okay.
You know, debt is such a terrible thing that in the scriptures it talks about it. When it says, "Oh, no man." Let me tell you something. There's a difference between consumer debt and investment debt. I'm going to say it again. No, they don't teach us this in college.
No,
they
they
don't teach
don't.
us
No,
this
they
in
don't.
the
No, they
12
don't.
years of going to high school, which is a waste. I mean, I really liked high school. I really liked
Don't
those free
say
lunch.
waste. But
Well,
go
I
ahead.
got the basics in terms of math. You know, the only math that you really need, unless you're going to be an engineer, is addition, multiplication, subtraction. And once you get those, you can figure out fractions and percentages.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm so good with that. I mean, I know it. I mean, I'm just so good with that. And when I was in grade school, I was top in math. When it's time to take up a higher math, trigonometry and algebra and all that, I really was not interested. You know why?
Right.
In my soul, I didn't think I was going to need it. And when you talk to someone who's rich, wealthy, you ask them, how many times do they use calculus? They say never. That was just a routine to put you in a different category to say that you are dumb or you're not as smart. But it really diminished a lot of people. They couldn't be in the higher class of calculus, and they felt like those were smart people. There was nothing smart about them, because a lot of people that took calculus and physics, they're working at the shopping center.
All right, let's keep talking about debt. 'Cause
Okay.
You go,
All right. So anyway, so I want people to know that learning has nothing to do with those educational systems that the country has put in place.
Okay.
And it labeled a lot of us special ed, and we were just more creative. Okay, so debt.
Veronica says 5th grade math.
Yeah, Veronica, that's all I needed. And still, that's all I have today. But I can tell you how many zeros in a million.
I know that's right.
I can tell you how many zeros in 10 million. All right. But anyway, so let's talk about debt.
Yes.
This whole GOOD program, it teaches you how to refocus and rethink. Think now about debt and how to pay the debt off, but not drain your tank. And what I mean by that, let's say that you've ran up a credit card and the credit card is $10,000 and you're paying the minimum. And then you hear Dave Ramsey or some program that says, hey, you got to pay off all your credit cards. Now, when you look at your savings and investments, you don't really have that much saved, because you live in paycheck to paycheck, and you use that $5,000 to go on the girls' trip because the girls told you they're getting ready to go to the Bahamas, and you know you couldn't
feel
afford
you
it.
got to go.
You feel you have to go. So you finance
Let
a
her
cruise.
change,
You
yes.
finance a cruise. Jesus Christ.
Ooh, geez.
You finance a cruise, or you want to go because everybody's saying they're going to Dubai. You know,
the cruise.
and you
What's
finance that.
Tom joined a cruise. That's
Yeah.
another
Oh my
big
God,
one.
the Tom
Oh,
Joyner
my
cruise.
God.
How much they pay? $4,000-5,000.
Yeah,
Some people go on that cruise.
7,000 and upgraded to.
They go on that cruise. They ain't got $7,000 saved
Saved up.
nowhere. but they want to go have fun.
Yeah.
These grown
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
fun, to laugh and giggle, fun. When you got to deal with
They
the
got to
harsh
let you
part of
change.
life.
You got to say, no, that's not me anymore.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So now you have a $5,000 or $10,000 credit card debt.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody tells you, you hear, because you can hear all kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's all kind of stuff to pull you from here to there, and you're just like, oh my God. Listen, they tell you to pay that off.
Okay.
So they want you to make extra payments to pay that off.
Right.
In concept, paying it off is a good thing. But in life, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. I want to say that again. In life, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know, your employer can tell you, your employer can say, you're fired, get out of here. Or your employer can say, you know, Lynda, I really think you have outgrown this place. And, you know, and this place is just too small for you. I think it's time for you to leave because your talent, you're wasting your talent here. And I'm just not going to stand for you being here no more.
Feel better.
That'll make you feel better,
That's a
right?
different way of firing me.
That's a different way. Lynda, I just cannot stomach all of your talent. You're wasting it here at my office. So I need you to leave and go and find your spark.
Gotcha.
That's much better than
yeah,
saying
it's
you're
hard
fired.
hard to be mad and
That's right.
yeah.
You can't even
It's
slap
not
you don't want to feel like you hate me because I have just told you
Right.
that your services and your talent, I think that you're wasting it here, and I think that you really should. I'm going to give you time, as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna help you.
I'm going to give you I'm going to help you. Next week, I want you to make up your mind, and I want to see you out of here. In other words, you're fired.
Right.
So
right.
it's not so much
Yeah.
what's said is what's not said. You follow me? That's more important. Just like what's not seen is more important than what is seen. Because what is not seen produces that what is seen. Oh man, I'm getting a little too deep now.
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's go back. So it's how you say it.
Okay.
So when you pay off your debt, it's good, but it's how you pay off your debt. The problem with how they have taught us, whether it's a car, whether it's your mortgage, your home, because oh God, we really been programmed to pay that house off. When you pay that house off, you're strong.
Yeah.
Now you have an asset,
And you brag about it.
and you brag about
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And when you die, you can't take it with you.
Yeah.
And
Cash poor.
the home going to be here for another 100 years,
Yeah.
another 200 years by you dead and gone. But you think it's your house. It ain't your house. You just here to use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you really want to take all of your marbles right now, your extra money, and you want to pay that off. Okay? But I want to say it's not bad to pay it off. It's, again, how you pay it off.
Okay. Okay.
We've been accustomed to, when we have a savings, take most of our money and double down on debt and pay it off. When we do that, we wind up with the house paid off, the car paid off. But think about it. When you made extra payments to pay off the car out of your pocket, now you paid the car off. Now it's 5 years later. You got an old car, but you paid it off early, didn't you? And you think the car is never going to break down or get old or get out of fashion or whatever.
It's gonna need tires and it's gonna need an oil change and
And
transmission.
and they don't come out with a new model.
Right. Right.
That's what they do. They come out with a new model. And guess what you're going to do? Since you got that old model, you want to get a new model because your girlfriend's telling you you got an old car, and they all got new cars. They got BMWs. They got foreign cars. So now you hurried up and paid off the other one. You took your savings and paid it off, and now you don't have no savings. So now the rat race, and it continues. That's how our system tells citizens how to do. That's the education that we get every day. But that's so wrong. The good program tells you this. It says that if you have a credit card debt, or if you have a home mortgage and you want to pay it off, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. What is the best way? This good program teaches you how to have your cake and eat it too. So let's say you have a home mortgage. And let's say you owe $200,000 on it. And let's say the monthly payment is $1,800 a month.
Okay.
And someone tells you to start sending an extra $300 or $400 so you can hurry up and pay it
off.
and save off the interest.
Okay.
That's the old traditional way to doing it. But that's not the smart way. Because when you take that extra $300 out of your pocket, that's $300 that's missed opportunity, $300 that you don't have, $300 of ammunition, money that you can use to best yourself. So how do you pay the house off and keep your $300? Well, you take your $300 and you put it inside of this good program. And every time you put money in this good program, they're going to pay you at least minimum 4% interest. So now you're saving $300 and you're getting something, a reward for putting that $300 away. On top of it, rather than you taking that $300 and putting it on top and paying extra to the mortgage, you don't get nothing. Your payments don't even go down. And the only thing you're doing is you're losing that money and you don't have opportunity to invest that money or have access to that money. So what I'm saying with the good program, instead of paying extra for your car, and instead of paying extra for your credit card, instead of paying extra for your mortgage, instead of paying extra on your student loans, you take that extra money and you put it into a savings and investment, not the stock market. It's an insurance strategy that a lot of wealthy people use. We all use it. And you put it into that program, it will earn money, plus it will pay off your mortgage, your house, your credit cards, and you still have the money saved in a savings account. And guess what? Every time you put money in a savings account, is what I'm talking about, backed by insurance, it gives you permanent life insurance.
So it has the bells, it has the whistles, it has the what if the accident don't kill me. And again, it's like using your money twice.
It is.
It really, really is. And that's again, we can't have workshops and what have you, but I think we can really drill down on this on some Zoom calls and actually do illustrations, Robert.
Look at there's old Frank Kemp again. He said, so what's the end game? You know that guy Frank Kemp. How you doing, Frank? Happy New Year. Frank, you know, you've been listening to him. He was on the radio for 10 years or so, you know, and I remember he was getting ready to retire in a couple of years. He retired, he took his money somewhere else. But he gets a lot of information from us.
So what's the end game? He's not a client?
No.
He's never been a client?
No. He's been on the
almost a client?
No, he just listens to us, which I'm glad, and he gets our information. He take it to some other advisor or whatever. I don't know.
We're good, Frank. We're good enough to listen to.
Yes,
but not to
use. Get our information.
That's
the end game is your debts will be paid off, and you also to have all that money saved. So you use your money twice. It goes off the premises, and it's very spiritual, and it's in the scriptures. It said, "Blessed to the ones that have, for they should have more." Absolutely. You know, there are a group of people, a whole industry of people that believe the money that they earn, a portion of it is for them to keep. And they believe that when they put that money aside in a savings and investment plan to build wealth, the more they have in there, the more they can use that as collateral to pay off any debt. But they never drain that tank.
Absolutely.
So in other words, if you got $10,000 and you want to try to get $20,000, when you get $50,000, and once you get $50,000 or $100,000, if you need some money, you don't have to borrow that money. Do you know when you have money, you don't really have to drain, you don't have to use it? Even in the stock market, if you got $50,000 in the stock market in accounts, there's a way. If your roof need to be done, you ain't got to go drain the tank and make it a taxable event. You can say, listen, I got $50,000 in the market. I need $25,000 to buy a car or whatever. As long as you got $50,000, you ain't got to drain the tank. You ain't got to sell. You ain't got to do anything. You can collateralize that $50,000 and get $25,000.
You know what I'm thinking, Robert? You just made me think of something. A lot of people may have big ticket items coming up, life-changing events coming up. Before you make a move, give us a call. Just give us a call, because what you don't know usually costs you money. So before you make that move, before you go take that money out, before you go and pay off that big ticket item, give us a call. There's a better way to do it that you may not know about.
It's right. There's always a better way.
Yeah.
The difference between us, all of us, other than our physical male and female.
Yeah.
The only difference really between us is the way we think.
No, I didn't give out our phone number. 305-825-1444. 305-825-1444. You'll be getting email on our monthly event coming up. Veronica Lareer. I need this because most of my money is in the stock market.
Veronica Reyes.
Veronica Reyes.
Okay, so yes, and but then if most of your money in the stock market, if you, I don't know who your stockbroker is or whatever, a lot of times if it's not us, you're just a number, and they're not giving you advice or talking to you about, you know, the stuff that we're talking about, strategy.
Yeah.
You know, they just want you to make a commission or fee off you, but they're not really helping you in terms of life. So you give us a call. But what my point is, if you want to pay off debt, there's a way to pay off debt. Most people are paying off debt the old-fashioned horse and buggy, beeper, traditional flip phone way. But there are strategies. There are strategies to do things better. I mean, in almost every walk of life, Lynda, isn't there new, improved strategies?
Always.
I don't think there's.
Always.
I don't think there's no industry that does not continue to evolve to make itself better. If it doesn't, it will be out of business.
Absolutely.
If an industry, I don't care if it's paint, the painters, it's different ways
We
how
used
to
to
paint
go
now.
rent videos, and now it's streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. The phone. I can't think of every time a phone comes out, they're updating it. Don Patterson Blackwell, first quarter plan 2021 budget. Get rid of waste. Invest with Henderson Financial. 305-825-1444. Oh, Veronica Reyes says, I'm a number for sure. So you just called her out. If you're not with us, yeah, you definitely a number for sure.
Yeah.
It's just serious, Robert.
But think about it. It's the way we think.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not thinking, somebody is thinking for you. They are. And oftentimes you don't even know who they are, but they are thinking for you, and they handle your stuff.
Yeah.
And that, in a way, that's not a sense of freedom.
Yeah.
When that's what I started talking about in terms of education and where we've been. You know, and I said even 12 years. You know, back in ancient times, the Africans, they considered a good education 40 years. Can you believe that?
And you really, they're saying, haven't become an adult, or you don't know anything until you're at least 40.
Well, 40 years of education.
Formal education.
Yes. They study the stars, the science.
The earth.
Earth. You know,
Gotcha,
they
gotcha.
study
Not just 12
in ancient
years.
time. No, what is
Gotcha.
12 years? What,
Yeah.
come on, what about 12 years? 12 years, come on, it takes, look how long we've been continually studying what we do. This is our thing. We've been doing this over 30 years, and we still have to continue to study and learn.
Yeah, yes, you should. That's why I said, if you know, you gotta let people change. You gotta let people grow. You gotta let people learn. If you still around here, still doing the same thing and thinking you got to spend money like that, come on, man.
Why do you say let people? Because nobody ain't gonna let you. You have to be proactive, and you got to do it.
Because even with you, when I said I'm cooking now, no, you not. You know, and I still had this reputation
Lynda,
of someone that only made reservations. And if I wasn't strong
bet
enough
if you-
to say that's not me
Lynda,
and demonstrate it, it's
okay.
like, okay, you
When
just
you-
still not cooking Lynda.
But Lynda,
you let me change and let me
No,
improve,
but it's
and
not-
stop pegging me
Lynda,
and
you
calling
don't-
me non-cooking Lynda.
Lynda.
Yes.
Lynda.
Lynda.
So I have to do that all the time. Lynda. When you say let me, and you say even me, Lynda, if you cooked me a meal, that's the law of demonstration, not what you say, what you do. If you cook,
But you constantly, even in front of other people, was
how many times I take
non-cooking Lynda.
Well, how many times have I tasted your cooking? Okay, so I don't know. Case in point.
But I would tell you I'm learning, and
Tell
I
me,
would constantly be
everybody
like
talk,
poo-pooed away.
Everybody talk. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You ain't did it until you did it. It's called the law of demonstration. You think Moses could have went to Egypt and talked to Pharaoh and say, "Let my people go"?
No.
And Pharaoh say,
What?
"Do it." And he like, "I'm gonna do it.
No,
I'm gonna do it."
Moses could not have done that.
Moses had to.
Moses had to
Them
demonstrate.
locusts, that's right.
That's
And
right.
they almost ate Pharaoh up. Pharaoh's son died. Pharaoh said, okay, I believe you. So when you're talking about let you, it's no let. The world don't. You have to take. You have to
I
do.
get that part. I'm just saying.
If you waiting for somebody to
adult
let you
peer
do
pressure is real, and if you have to take back your own narrative. If your friends are still calling you to go get mani, pedi, mink eyelashes, hair, no. Again, you have to take action.
You change.
You change.
They ain't gonna let you
and
do
very
nothing.
often they will still come at you They will not let you change until you take it, until you say no, and until you demonstrate. We're saying the same thing.
Okay, so once you do
just going about it.
When you do it and they see you doing it, they ain't got no choice.
I agree.
But
I am simply recognizing the fact
they have no
that
power
it's
to let you.
difficult,
Right.
especially your people around you that want.
Not only difficult for me.
Anyway, our phone number 305-825-1444.
Okay.
305-825-1444.
But I want you all to call
Okay.
and ask us about the good program.
Yeah.
I'm telling
Real
you.
talk.
Real talk. It is so good. I'm telling you, it will change your life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what, if you have any debt that tied to an interest rate, I'm telling you, you're paying it the old fashioned. You're trying to pay it off wrong. And there's a better way to do it. It's not
right.
how you do it, things in life. It's not what you do in life. It's how you do it.
And there's a better way to do
It's
it.
always
I
a better
promise
way.
you, it's
and
a
you
better
need
way
to learn
do
that.
it. You need to learn
This
it.
is real. This is what we call real education.
Yeah.
Something that you can really use now to change your life. And we want to kick that off starting in 2021. We really want to
Absolutely.
go hard on it, okay?
You got it.
Well, man. Now,
Thank you for listening.
we got to say hello to everybody.
Okay, Jennifer Towns, how you doing? Jarvis, how are you? Veronica, we mentioned Dawn again. Again, Devaney, thank you so much. Frank, we're keeping the porch light on
Keeping
for
the
you.
porch light on you, Frank. One time you're going to come and give us some business.
Pamela Sylvain, how are you? Lily Mae, how are you? Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, people.
Okay.
2021.
Listen, we got to go. It's 9:01. Listen,
Okay.
stay tuned for my daughter Hyacinth. It's Hyacinth's 18th year in the firm. 18 years. Wow. Hyacinth, stockbroker, investment advisor, insurance advisor. Tavares, stockbroker, insurance advisor. They're coming up at 9:15. Okay, so keep it locked. They got a lot of things to talk to you about. Also, James T. and myself, we're going to do Understanding Money Part 2. And that starts at 10:30 to 11:30, okay? So make sure you be here for that. And next time we on, Jasmine is my youngest daughter, is 25, and Charles is my nephew, he's 24. They got the so-called baggage claims, and it's very, very, matter of fact, what we talked about briefly today about the good program, I think they're going to talk about it again more tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So tune in, and then every Wednesday at Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. It's New Horizons, and that's with Antonio Woodbury and also Tavares Jones also. And then every Wednesday at 12 noon, Hyacinth and myself, we do a show called Traditiony. So that's the 12 o'clock noon show. So tune in. Hey, on the Henderson Financial Group, we're dedicated to teaching, learning, inspiring, and helping lifting you up and giving you new ideas. So we love you. We want to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have a great day.